all the numbers from 1 to 100. Mean of all positive integers. All positive integers from 100 to from 1 to 100. Simple. We are just going to say mean equals 1 plus 100 over 2. That will give us 101 over 2, or 50.5, right? Okay, but it's not even my interest now. This is my main interest. That sum equals number times average. That is A plus L over 2. You must have remembered this popular formula. You know, we can bring 2 outside there, so we have A plus L. That's how this formula comes about. And you have to use it immediately in 5, 8, 11. We already know it's 24, right? So if you apply this formula, so either we are saying anyhow you want to do it, but let's just apply for the formula just for the sake of using the formula. So that will be 3 over 2 bracket 5 plus 11. 5 plus 11 is what? Is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So the sum is 24. Next to this formula is another formula. Sum is n over 2 bracket 2a plus m minus 1 d m minus 1 d. Okay, bracket m minus 1 d. Okay, so this is also this is a new formula too. This is a new formula that you can also use. Okay. So I mean, this is another formula that you, sir.
This one is a solve for what?
It's also a formula to solve for the sum. I mean, we can also apply it for this 5, 8, 11. For instance, okay, let's quickly apply it. Here, we have 3 numbers, so it's 3 over 2. The first number is 2. That is 2 times, so the first number is 5. 2 times 5 plus 3 numbers. That is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1. The common difference is also 3. Times 3. So times 3. So if you look at it, you will notice 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is what?
This one is
6. 6 plus 10. 16. So that is times 16. That is just the same thing again. 16 divided by 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. That is 24 again. So that is the use of that formula. Let's now move a little. Back to our AP. Our AP is the one we are using is 5, 8, 11. Then assuming we are now looking for harmonic progression. The harmonic progression will be of this same will be 1 over 5 times times 8 times 8 over I'm sorry, 1 over 8 and 1 over 11. That is to say that harmonic progression is taking the reciprocal of the of the arithmetic progression. Then what then is the geometric progression? If you want to strictly find the geometric progression of this, it will have been 5. 5 times 3, 15. 15 times 3,
45.
45. Now, one small formula there of finding a term is a r n minus 1. Okay, that is assuming we want to find the third term u3. It will have been a, which is 5, times r, in this case the common ratio. So r here for here r is 3. So this will be 3 3 not yes 3 yes That is the common ratio. You know, here both the time we are looking, so both of them are the same. So it's 3 and n is also 3. That is 3 minus 1. This will now gives us 5 times 3 squared. That is 3 squared is 14, 3 squared is 9, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is again, that is 45. That is how to find this term. This term 45. Okay, so far we have talked about some. So we have talked uh, um a lot already. But let's also now expand the our definition um of of um of average to include other types of average, because speed is average, rate is average, and so on and so on and so forth. Let's take this let's take this example, a type of hypothetical example. Let's say A can do a work. A can do a work in, let's say that A can do a work in 2 minutes, and B can do the same work, and B can do the same work in and B can do the same work in 4 minutes. B is 4 minutes.
Okay.
How long will it take A and B working together to do the same work? Now, I want us to solve this question in using 3 methods. First is just by assuming the work. Let's assign the work. So method 1, work equals 120 stones. So that we are looking at this as saying A can pick 120 stones, okay? A can pick 120 stones in 120 stones. 120 stones in how many minutes? A can pick 120 stones in 2 minutes. 120 stones in 2 minutes. And B can do it in 4 minutes. First, let's think of what something that makes sense. One thing that makes sense is that they will not work up to 2 minutes again, working together. Is that not? They will not work up to 2 minutes ago again. True or false? Okay. Um. So, but they will work up to 1 minute. You know, they must work up to 1 minute. They will have worked 1 minute if two of them can do it in 2 minutes. So working together, that will have been 1 minute. But since one is not as fast as cannot work, is not working 2 minutes. Is taking more time, so it will take more than 1 minute. But let's see what can happen in 1 minute. Let's put A here and put B here. If A can pick 120 stones in 2 minutes, in 1 minute it's going to pick in 1 minute it's going to pick only 60, and it makes sense that this one is working as half. It's going to pick only 30. Now we are left with 30 stones. Okay, let's just, if remember, 1 minute 60 stones means 60 seconds 60 stones. Is that not?
Yeah.
Because 1 minute is 60 seconds. So we can also arrive at saying that 10 seconds. 10 seconds, how many stones?
10.
10 seconds, 10 stones. 10 stones, 5 stones. Is remaining another 15. So 10 seconds again. 10 stones, 5. So it's complete. That is spend 1 minute, 1 minute, 20 seconds. 1 minute, 20 seconds. But this method is also interesting for some other things. Do you notice that after 1 minute, the percentage of the work completed will be 90 over 120, 90 over 120, which is 3 over 4, which is 0.75, which is 75% of the work was completed after 1 minute. Because they can also ask you for the percentage of the work completed after 1 minute. So you'll be able to get it. Can we proceed? Okay.
Yes.
Let's jump to the next method. The next method for me is the most important method when you are solving averages. When you have more than one average combined together, you are now forming a mixture. You are forming a mixture. Okay, let's move on. We use, so method 2 is the tabular method. This is what the table looks like. This table is based on the fact that we can multiply two things to get the third one. Usually is four column and 4 column 4 rows usually. But even when they change it, it will still be 4 column, maybe more rows. The rows is if there are more people working, but in exam it's usually that maybe A and B are working, or any other thing that we can call it, or you are missing A and B. For this particular question we are solving now, we have rate times time. Rate times time is work. In some other time you can have unit price times quantity is cost, or the amount. Okay, speed times time is distance, and so on and so forth. So for this one we are solving, the rate is, first let's assume the work. Instead of assuming 120, 120 will have still worked fine, but let's assume that the work now is 1, so that the rate of A will be 1/2, the rate of B will be 1/4. Remember that they are going to finish at the same time, so the T will be the same. Are you there?
Okay, so they'll finish at the same time.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to find.
No. Yes. If you and I are working together to pick 120 stones, so we started and we want to finish together. But this table will also help us to say, assuming you have to work, assuming you work 1 minute and stop working, and I'm the one to finish the work, then we will have introduced a new row to show when I'm now the only one that is working. Okay, usually the question will have given us how long it will now take for me to finish it, or maybe something like that. But this one, for this particular question, we want to stop at the same time. Okay, the work here, half times t is t/2. 1/4 times t is t/4. Let's add them together. T/2 plus t/4 equals 1. Can you comfortably solve this? Find t. Okay, when you are new to solving fraction, what you can do is make fractions look alike. To make fraction to look alike, change this one to 2t/4 by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 4. Remember that you just want it to be as 4, to be 4 like this. Now that they looks alike, so you can just pick only this 4. 2t plus t is 3t equals 1. This is not the best way of doing it, but this is very, very clear. So if you solve this, you have 3t equals 4, or t equals 4/3. 4/3. 4/3 is the same thing as 1 whole number 1/3, right? 1 whole number 1/3. Remember that this is in minutes. That is 1 minute. Now let's convert 1/3 to seconds. 1/3 minute to seconds. That is times 60. Times 60 seconds. Remember, 1 minute minute 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So 1/3 minute equals 1/3 times 60 seconds. So this will now give us 1 minute. 60 divided by 3, that is 20 seconds. Remember, that is the 20 seconds we got before. Now let's move to method 3. Let's move to method 3. So the method 3 of solving this, is the easiest method, assuming we are solving exactly what they have asked us now. These two methods we have used so far is to make sure we are able to attempt different types of questions on that date. But now, so let's introduce the third method. The third method method 3, is to use this 1 over t equals 1 over a plus 1 over b plus 1 over c down to infinity. Now, so down to infinity. What is t? T is the combined time of a, b, and c. A is the time it takes A to do the work, B to do B is the time it takes B, and C is the time it takes C. Okay, but then if we have only two people working together, same direction, 1 over t is 1 over A plus 1 over B, same direction, that is working together. So we have this 1 over t AB. A times B is the multiple of AB. Then we have B here. That is AB divided by A, the remaining B. So AB divided by B is remaining A. Taking reciprocal, that is turn this one upside down. That is now T over 1, and this is AB over A plus B. Remember that A plus B is the same thing as B plus A. Then 1 over T equals 1 over A minus 1 over B. That is the opposite direction. Opposite direction are bound to happen. But one good example would be, assuming you are filling a tank, a reservoir, and the reservoir is leaking small, right? So you know that there's some machines that fuel that can pump in water. There's also machines that can pump out water. Okay, something like that. So sometimes you are having two people or two machines working in opposite direction, but the one that is faster, the speed is faster, we win at the end of the day. Okay, so if we resolve this, if you follow the same thing we did now, so here will be A, B, and here is B minus A. Remember now that A plus B is not the same thing as B minus A is not the same thing as A minus B. So we are going to leave this as B minus A. So this is working in opposite direction. All right. What we are going to do now is we are going to take a pause and have observe like about 10 minutes break. Then when we come back, we are going to apply this, what we have learned this morning, to real NMAT problem. So we resume in 10 minutes time. So in a group of students, if a student age 19 years is replaced by a student age 25, the actual increase is 25 minus 19, is that not? Hello? So we can say what was there before. The sum that was there before divided by n plus the 6 that is added divided by n, right, will give us the average that was there before plus the but the new average, which is 0.4. So this n, 6 over n, is responsible for 0.4. That is a way of saying that 6 over n is equal to 0.4, or 0.4 is the same thing as 4 over 10, right? If we cross multiply, remember where we are cross multiplying, we are actually cross multiplying, so this is redundant here, this is redundant. So what we are cross multiplying is 6 to 10. Yeah, 6 times 10 is 60. 60 divided by 4 is 15. So at some point we are going to get n equals 60 over 4 equals 15. So that question is solved. Hello?
Yes. I can hear you.
Can I continue?
Yes, can you do that again?
So the main thing here is that the increase in six is is what results to 0.4 increase in average. So that means 6 over the over n will give us 0.4. Remember that, just think about it where people are sharing something, right? If we increase the amount they are sharing, the number of people that are sharing are still there, so they are now going to share that new lump of money given to them. So the extra money that they are getting is as a result of that new um new fund added. So 6 over n is responsible for 0.4. So 6 over n is 0.4. 0.4 is 4 over 10. We solve to get n. N is 15. Let's move on. We move to 26. I think 26 is the next number, the next average related question. What we have discussed today can also solve this question. Wow. What we have discussed today can also solve one question. There's another question that you can solve. Okay, so there is another question that you can solve. It can also solve um it can also solve it can also solve uh it can also solve it can also solve number 12. We just passed the number 12 few minutes ago. I've lost the recording of this part. I've lost the recording of this part. Let me quickly get the recording again. So to solve this particular question, wait, I'm coming. Okay, yes. Also, when we have this, let's say the sum was s over n plus the actual increase is 25 minus 19. 25 minus 19 is 6. That is the actual increase. The original average plus 0.4. This is responsible for this. That means 6 over n equals 0.4, or 6 over n equals 4 over 10. When we cross multiply, we get 4n. 4n equals 60, or n equals 15. So the next question should be 26. But I said this can also solve number 12. Look at number 12 here. Is it number 12? I've forgotten. Yes, what we have studied today can solve number 12. I will leave that for you to try. Number 12. Whether you want to use table or you want to pick numbers, or maybe or you want to reorganize it to use the formula, any of them can work. So let's go to number 26 now. So here is number 26. Very simple. The average age of the people living in a house. The average age of 3 people living in a house, man, woman, and child, is 24 years. If the man lives and his mother stays in his place, the average age in the house becomes 34. So we want to calculate the sum for these two different occasions. By now, you already know that sum is average times number. Sum is a number times average. So sum 1 is the number of people there, 3 times the average. 3 times 24, that is 72. Do you agree with me? And sum 2, that is the second scenario when we are replacing. In the second scenario, when we are replacing, it's also 3 times 34. What is 3 times 34? So the difference is the edge. Remember, this looks like the first question we answered. So the difference, 102 minus 72.
That's one.
No, 102 minus 72 is 30, right?
Sorry.
30. Okay. Now, so the next question, we need to go slowly. I've forgotten the number. Okay, here is the question. Here is the last question we want to solve based on what we studied. So what we did in the morning calculations, 4 questions. Uh, um, four questions easily. Okay, I think we'll be able to solve yet another question. So we have solved two. This is the third one. This one we make use of this table. This table. So I carefully make those ones smaller. So we have the scenario A and scenario B. Traveling from A, the speed traveling from A, the speed is 120. Traveling from B, the speed is 150. Can you read fast? Remember the purpose of the exercise we did before starting this class. Seeing 15 words in 30 seconds is for us to enhance our speed, the speed at which we process information. So here is the rate or the speed, the time, the distance. Remember that this one started 9:39 and the other one started 9:30. So the one that started 9 started 1 hour before. So it will be t plus 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the same thing as half an hour. Is that not? That is t plus half. Do you agree with me? So this one will be t. 120 times t will be 120t. 120 times half, that is half of 120 is 60. 150 times t is 150t. Remember what the question is asking. The question is asking at a train at what distance from the lead will the two train meet. When they meet, at the meeting point, 120t plus 60 equals 150t. If we collect lifetimes together, then collecting lifetimes together, 60 equals 150 minus 120 equals 30t. Is that not? uh 2 equals t. Is that not? 60 divided by 30 is 2. Are you there with me? Then what we are finally what we are looking for is the distance, and the distance is how do we find the distance? The distance is 150t. Distance is 150t, which is equal to 150 times 2. 150 times 2 is 300. So 300 is the answer. All right. It's remaining one question before we end this session. One question we can easily solve. Perhaps one of the perhaps the easiest question. The easiest question included here. The easiest question that is included here, in as much as you know the formula. Since we have already introduced the formula, I'm going to ahead to solve it. Since this is number 41. A tank can be filled by a pipe in 10 minutes and can be emptied by another pipe in 8 minutes. If both pipes open when the tank is full, then how long will it take for the tank to be empty? So you notice that they're working in different directions. So we are using this formula T equals AB over B minus A. So T equals A times B, that is 10 times 8, 10 times, no. No. It's actually correct, but to avoid confusion, so 8 times 10 over 10 minus 8. That is 80 over 2. 80 over 2 is 40. Do you agree with me? All right. So that is the end of this session. They are not kind of hard things, but we have to be diligent in on understanding basic concepts, then applying those basic concepts. If you have time, I think you may have time. So the general class holds at 8. It's not general class doesn't mean that it's a crowded class. It might also be only you that will be in the class, but I don't know. So let's continue at 8. Thank you and see you at 8.
You send me this document, sorry.
Yes, I'm going to send. Yes, I'm going to forward this document to you.